Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we could do a fun little challenge. It's been a minute since I've done a challenge and I was scrolling through YouTube trying to think of a video idea for today and I came across the one dip makeup challenge. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Wow, I just realized I forgot to turn on my other light. That's better. So I'm not really sure how this challenge is going to turn out. I grabbed a bunch of my makeup that I think will work the best with this challenge. A little bit more pigmented powders and that sort of thing. So let's get to it. As always, I'm going to be starting off with primer, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I just felt like this was the best primer for this challenge because all my other primers are like a squeeze tube or like a squirt bottle. So with this one, I'm just going to dip my finger into the primer and that's all I get. And that definitely was not enough. Off to a great start. And then after I prime my face, I like to set my primer with a little bit of powder. So this part I'm not really going to have a problem with because I don't like to use a whole lot of powder to begin with. But I'm going to be using the Tarte Smooth Operator Translucent Finishing Powder. And I love this powder for this step. I hate it as a finishing powder because it has the worst flashback, but when I wear it underneath of a foundation, I don't get flashback. So I'm just going to dip my brush into the powder and set my face with that. And now I got glitter right in the middle of my forehead. Okay, so now this is where the real challenge comes in. I'm going to attempt to do my brows. First, I'm going to zoom you guys in. All right, so I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ash Brown. And I'm just going to pick up a very generous amount. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty scared to do this because I think these are gonna be some pretty intense brows. Alright, I'm going to start, there apparently. And since I obviously want them to be even, I'm going to be working back and forth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys can't see this, but that is a massive clump. And I'm super scared it's just going to stick right on my face. Okay, so far this is not going as bad as I thought it would. It's not going great either, but could be a lot worse. And obviously, like I said, I saw this challenge on YouTube, so I am definitely not the creator, but I will try to link the original person who first did this challenge in the description box below. Yeah, that's pretty much all the product that I had on my brush. Just right there. Oh. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. This stuff is just getting everywhere today. Oh, yeah, that's, I'm just gonna shove that onto the brush. That way it stops falling off. There's still so much product on my brush. I think I'm just gonna wipe this big clump back into the pomade because honestly it's just too much and get in the way. These brows, whoa. I apparently picked a horrible time to film because it is super loud here. And apparently my cat thinks my husband is here because she's getting all excited because she heard a car door. And now I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral to carve out my brows, and I won't have any problem with this. I'm also going to use this to prime my eyelids, and I really shouldn't have a problem with not being able to get enough of this out because I usually only dip it in once, but it is almost gone, so I'm really trying to scrape the sides to get enough. Yeah, that looks like it should be enough. I'm just gonna wipe all of that onto my hand. I had plenty of concealer left over. We are good here. I'm going to blend that out with my beauty blender. And now it's time for eyeshadow. Today I'm going to be using the Celestial Thunder Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. Got this in a BoxyCharm, and to be honest with you, I really haven't used it very much. So I wanted to use a palette I don't use very often today, and I was like, oh, this is the perfect one. I'm going to start with Mystic Ice. So I'm just going to really run my brush in there. There's a reason why I do my eyes first. This is gonna be very messy. All right, here we go. So same thing with the brows. I'm just going to work back and forth between my eyes, trying to make them as even as I can. This looks super crazy. So far, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, that's it for the blue. The brush is pretty much just clean at this point. Now I'm going to go into Lucid Dream. Just really swirling that in there. Oh, that's a lot of eyeshadow. Ooh. I have no idea what I'm doing with this look, by the way, so bear with me. Okay, guys, so I have been thinking about starting a new series, if you will, on my channel where I do my makeup whilst talking about true crime, or maybe like conspiracy theories, or maybe a little bit of both. More like debunking conspiracy theories, I guess, because honestly I don't really believe in all that, but you know, I'm also not like super big into conspiracy theories, but there are some that like I just feel like need to be talked about. And if you don't know me, I'm super into true crime. My husband always jokes that I watch so much murder mystery shows that I must be plotting something myself, which I'm not, by the way. I'm just so fascinated by how people can kill other people. I don't understand how those brains work. But I actually had kind of thought about starting my channel that way, but I wasn't really sure what the demographic for those kinds of videos would be. So if that is something that you would be interested in seeing me do, please let me know in the comments. This is a wild look. I really hope this turns out good, because, not sure what's going on here. Now I'm going to dip into Zero Gravity. It's gonna be kind of hard with this brush. I did not think this through. This brush does not really grab a lot of pigment, so hopefully this turns out well. Why is the gray mixing with the blue to make green? Somebody please let me know. What is happening on my eyes? I felt like I was going to go for a rather simple look today that was just going to be, you know, a little bit colorful maybe. And now I feel like I'm going full mermaid with this, so whatever, I'm here for it. And that gray did not really do a whole lot. Okay, now it's time for shimmer, and I think I'm just going to go in with Eternal Lights. I think that's gonna be the best with what I got going on here. Okay, so I'm just going to try to get enough of this on one brush, one dip, for both eyes. This is gonna be a real challenge. Okay, here we go. Can I turn it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to have to horizontal this. I don't know. Make this flat so that way the eyeshadow stops trying to fall all over me. Wow, that did not pick up anything, it looks like. There's plenty of it all over inside of the pan now, but oh, yep, we definitely got something going on. Both eyes. Gotta work with both eyes here. Keep forgetting that. Why on earth don't I use this palette more often? These are gorgeous shades. So yeah, let me know what you all think about the whole true crime thing, and if I were to do that, what you guys would like to see first. Taking the same brush, I'm going to go into Fireball. Gonna try to do the same thing as last time, just swirl it nice and in there. Oh, forgot about this eye. Neglecting it. Honestly, I am shooketh at how not horrific this eye look is turning out. Just gotta toot my own horn there. So I think that is going to be it on the eyes for now. I'm going to move on to foundation and everything else. So I'm going to zoom you guys back out. For foundation, I thought the best one would be the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, because same thing with my primer. All my other foundations are either in a pump bottle that I know for sure would not be enough foundation, or in a squeeze bottle where I know just the right amount to squeeze out. So I'd see that as cheating. So we're gonna attempt to cover my whole entire face using just what comes out on the applicator. So once again, I'm going to scrape the sides and hope for the best. Still scraping. Okay, wow. Okay, that is not a lot of foundation, so... Oh yeah. Totally forgot that I have eyeshadow all over my face. Normally, I was just about to dip back in there because I dip into the foundation a lot, and yeah, that is not very much. Trying my hardest to get every last drop off of this applicator. Is that cheating? I won't tell if you won't. Okay, but yeah, that's all I'm getting off of there, so... Oh no, this is not enough foundation. It usually takes like 2 or 3 coats of this stuff to cover all of my redness, so this will be interesting. Also, it is so dry and hot in here that I got my beauty blender wet right before I started filming, and it is pretty much dried up now because it's a hot one today. And I live in Colorado, and yeah, it's super dry here. We got rain last night, luckily, but last I heard, there were 4 wildfires raging in the mountains. So we could desperately use some rain, like a whole year's worth in one day. That'd be great, because Colorado does not get that much rain. I think I'm making this work, but definitely not as much coverage as I would like. Plus I have a giant face, so it takes a lot of foundation. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of cheat, maybe. I don't know, is it cheating? What are the rules? Are there even really rules? Like, there is no referee, so who is to judge if I am cheating? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and the stuff is super thick, and I always get a lot to come out, it seems like. So I'm going to not only conceal my under eyes with this, but I'm also going to choke on my own saliva, apparently. Try to boost up this coverage. I don't even think I got foundation up here. Did I? I don't remember. Does not look like it. If I can still see my freckles, that is not enough coverage for me. So I'm just gonna do the same thing, try to really thicken it up on that doe foot applicator, and apply that to my face, obviously. Now we shall see if that helped. Oh yeah, God, I love this stuff. It is magic. Gosh, I feel like I should have just used the concealer as foundation. Because that stuff went a long way. Yeah. Okay, time to powder once again. So for my under eyes, I have been using the Upside Down Too Faced It's Bananas setting powder for under my eyes. Did I already say that? I just find that this stuff does not crease under my eyes as bad as a loose powder, so I'm just going to dig in with this brush. Honestly, this is kind of what I do with this anyway, so this stuff smells weird. I think it is a little past its expiration date. It does not quite smell like bananas anymore. And for powder, I'm going to be using the I Heart Revolution Peach Scented Baking Powder. I feel like this is going to be a little bit tricky because normally with this, I will take a very generous amount on my beauty blender, but I dip into it like a lot. So just going to go ahead and once again swirl. That seems to be working for me. Swirl it into the powder. Try to pick up as much of it as I can. And then set my chin, my nose, my forehead. Honestly, this challenge is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. And while I wait for that to work its setting magic, I'm going to zoom you back in and finish up my under eyes. Yo, it is so hot in here if you can't tell by my ears that are burning red because I am on fire. So for my lower lash line, I think I'm going to go in with the shade Lunar Eclipse. It's probably way too much. That went everywhere. Well, that's a lot of fallout. I'm going to go back in with this brush just to blend that out a little bit more, and then I am going to take brush on this powder on this brush to set the rest of my face. Oh, I feel like this is gonna make a giant mess. And for those of you who do not know, I film on my bed, so if I make a mess, it's on my bed. So I'm just going to hold this underneath to try to catch. Oh, yep, that just went all over my hand. Oh, yeah, that's way too much powder. Oh my gosh, there's powder everywhere. Yeah, I definitely got powder on my bed. So now it is time for bronzer. And today I'm going to use the Park Avenue Princess palette from Tarte. That's a hairy brush. For bronzer, I'm going to use this shade right here. I'm going to just generously dip into it. Oh, that's a lot. Alright. I'm just going to dab it onto where I apply bronzer normally, and then blend. That is not looking good. There's just a lot of bronzer on my forehead, so try to fix that with my beauty blender. I mean, that's not looking too bad now. That definitely helped. And I'm going to use the same palette to contour my face. But for contour, I'm going to take this shade and same concept. Just gonna go ham in the palette. And this is where it's gonna be tricky because I usually use this one brush to contour the majority of my face. Oh, that's a lot. Good thing Tarte products smell good because I went all up my nose. My cheeks aren't looking too bad, but I have a feeling my nose is just not gonna be good. Thank goodness for a beauty blender, right? Not too bad. Now it's time for blush, and today I'm going to use the e.l.f. blush palette. I always had a really hard time saying that. e.l.f. blush palette. And I think I want to go in with these two shades. Okay, that is a lot. Oh, yep, that's a lot of blush. Oh, yep, that's a lot of blush. Oh my. Just get off of there. Because who doesn't want to look like they have a sunburn? Now it is time for my favorite part, which is highlighter. And today I thought I would use the Fenty Beauty Fairy Bomb highlighter in the shade 24K Ray, because this stuff, if I can get it open. Seriously, what? Why is this so hard to open? Oh yeah, scared to show you this. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Got the product all packed on my brush, and clearly I am procrastinating because, yeah, this is scary. Oh, there we go. Going for it. Oh yeah, that is some highlight. Oh, my husband is gonna love me when he comes home tonight. That is a lot of shimmer. Oh, this honestly looks horrific. I kind of look like a clown. I did good until the blush. Now I just look like a clown. And I forgot this stuff does not blend. And it is way too dark for me, but we're gonna ignore that. It's all for the video, okay? And I forgot about my forehead, so... Oh, here's my kitty. He doesn't ever come around when I film, but now you get to see him. Oh, you know what? I just realized that says FB. That's in Fenty Beauty. We're not done with the highlight yet. I also take it on this little brush and highlight my inner corners, my brow bone, and my nose if I feel that it needs more, which did not even get there. So I'm also gonna try to do my my forehead using this little tiny brush. So I'm gonna start with my eyes. Oh, I just flung that everywhere. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh. No, this is not going well. I did so good. We're so close to the end. Oh, look at that. I really hope you can see that. Oh no. It looks so bad. I'm gonna go back in with this brush and try to fix some of that. Okay, kind of saved it, although forehead highlight is just making me look angry. I mean, is that the worst thing though? I'm not really sure how to put all this back in here without just making the world's biggest highlight mess. Alright, all I have left is lashes, lipstick, and setting spray, and I was going to put on falsies, but honestly, I'm way too hot and I'm over it, so I'm just gonna rip them off right when I get done filming anyway, so I'm just going to do mascara. And it is time for that now. So today I'm going to use the Tarte Big Ego mascara, and I'm kind of regretting this choice because this is not my wettest mascara. I'm going to first start by curling my lashes. Alright, once again I'm gonna swirl it and try to get as much product on the wand as I can get. So far this is not going as badly as I thought it would. Oh, and then I went on my contact. Great. Starting to get a little bit clumpy. Going for a second coat. And honestly, I think skipping the falsies made this much more of a challenge because normally I do only dip into the mascara once. Like, I don't wear that much mascara if I'm wearing falsies. So definitely made it much more of a challenge, and my lashes look super sad. And now we're gonna move on to lipstick and forget about the lashes. For lipstick, I'm going to be wearing my all-time favorite, which is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Angelo. Oh, that looks horrible. Okay, so I feel like for setting spray, which I'm going to be using the Skin & Co. Radiant Dew Truffle Therapy, and I feel like I should just use one spray, but I know that won't be enough. Yeah, definitely not. Alright, that is my take on the one dip makeup challenge. What do you think of how my makeup turned out? Honestly, I don't think it's too bad, other than the nose. Got way too much highlight on my nose, but it could be worse. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe before you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Oh my!